Greetings, everyone, and thank you for listening to us. Just to be clear, this podcast will be handling a story with some very mature themes, such as drug abuse, occultism, cruelty, extreme violence, foul language, and others. Please, if you do not feel ready to listen to such content, consider listening to some of our other shows instead. Thank you. Welcome to everyone who listens to this 8th episode of our actual play series for Vampire the Requiem. My name is Andrei Androv. I'm going to be your storyteller, and this is Vladimir Semyonov, who plays Vladimira, who finished last session in a very peculiar place where we are going to start right now. Ready to go in?
Ready to come out, more like.
Ready to come out. Let's go. Okay.
So last night I didn't have enough time to get home, so I had to make do with what I had. And I broke into the apartment building I was in basement and fell asleep in a stack of giant winter tires.
Indeed. So, as the sun disappears from the night sky, the kindred amongst neo-sofia begin to wake up. Vladimira realizes that she's not somewhere she's used to. It's not in the comfy bed in the Crown house. And she's awakened by the ringing of her phone, actually.
Well, I wiggle my hand to my pocket, take out my phone, and pick up.
Yeah. So, because you're still inside the tunnel of tires, it's a little bit hard to get your phone in.
Up to my ear.
Yeah. Why don't you roll me a dexterity plus composure?
Goodness. Okay, so that's 4 dice. Oh, that's gonna sound bad. One success.
So one success is enough for him to not fall on the ground and masterfully manage to get the phone to your ear. As you accept the call, I believe, yes, you hear Marieta's voice, your sire. Vladimira, are you okay, darling?
Yes, Mom. Everything's perfectly fine.
We did not found you tonight in your room, so we were afraid that you might have disappeared somewhere.
Oh, I just ran a bit late and had to fall asleep in an unconventional place.
I hope everything is okay.
Everything is perfectly fine.
Good to hear. Tonight is a big evening, Vladim. The invitations have already been sent, and the house is currently in preparation to accept many guests for your
initiation. Is this tonight?
This is tonight.
Well, I better hurry back home and shower.
Actually, I was going to tell you that you can take a bit of time to gather your thoughts about this. I would advise for you to come back around midnight. That would be an appropriately timed entrance to the scene.
Okay.
Do you need me to send someone to help you with anything before that?
Well, I mean, I should probably clean up before the ceremony.
Do not mind your room. Nobody's going to
no,
enter
not
there.
My room. Myself, I'm currently stuck in a set of truck tires. Well, not stuck per se.
Are you sure everything is okay?
Everything
you can tell me. You know I don't get mad that easily.
Everything is perfectly under control. I just didn't manage to get home in time, so I had to sleep in a more... Goodness, I can't even find my words, Mom. I'm sorry. It's a stupid story, but it's nothing to worry about.
Okay. Then I'm not worried about anything. See you at midnight then.
Yeah, see you at midnight.
She hangs up the phone.
And I'll start pushing off tires.
Okay.
So I can get up.
So one by one the tires fall and Vladimira is free.
And I'm going to leave the basement.
trying to leave the basement, you realize that the door that you picked last night is now locked again. And if you remember, it was not locked the door itself. There was how are those called?
A padlock.
A padlock.
Yeah.
That is on the other side of the door.
That's stupid.
Yes.
It's really fucking stupid.
Indeed.
Okay. Do I see any windows?
Nope.
No windows in the basement?
You're in a tunnel right now. And that tunnel leads to many different doors.
Okay. Are any of them old and rickety?
All of them are old and rickety, including the one that leads just to the normal
outside.
exit. Yeah.
Okay.
You could try to force your way out.
That I could. And that's probably the most logical thing to do. Because otherwise, my other plan was to break into different people's basements until I just find the window.
Mm-hmm. Which is a totally legit way to solve this.
You're not helping me at all.
I mean, what can go wrong after the first basement, right?
Yeah. Okay, I will try to kick the entrance door down.
Okay. Using any extra vampire strength or just your normal?
I could use one vitae to boost my physical abilities by 2 dice, right?
Yes. Before that, by the way, can you remove one vitae for you waking up?
Of course.
Did you have any damage from last time? No. Yeah, I mean, last time was the relaxing
peaceful
session. Absolutely.
God, that makes me so
needed
happy.
rest.
So I will use 1 point of vitae, and I'll try to kick the door down.
Okay, give me a strength plus bro.
That is 3 dice.
3 dice. Yeah. Was it going to be a... It wasn't going to be a chance die.
Yeah, it was going to be a single one.
Yeah.
1 success.
1 success. There you go. So the door, the moment your foot touches it, it's already unhinged, and it falls with a wild crack on the... It's not really a ground, it's on a stairway that leads towards it. So yeah, Vladimir is now free to leave.
I dust myself off, and I make my exit.
Okay, as you're climbing up the stairs, you hear a door opening on the first floor. The first floor of apartments. Honey, I told you I heard something. Somebody is going through the basements. It happened last night and it's happening now too.
I just shout, you heard that too?
Okay, so you hear the pulse of someone coming close by. And it's a middle-aged man. Already in his home attire, very loose and everything.
Loungewear.
Yeah, he has quite solid glasses, quite high in diopter. Is that the English word?
Thick glasses. Yeah,
thick glasses. Thick glasses for someone who is very blind. He looks at you, Miss. Which floor are you from?
Oh no, I was just leaving. I was at the friend's place and I heard the door slam down, but I didn't see anyone.
Really now? He tries to look better, to properly adjust his glasses to see you better. Can you give me subterfuge plus manipulation?
Of course.
Excuse me and my 8 dice. Is it 8?
I don't think this is specifically... Oh, well, it is lying. Yeah.
It is lying. But with extra truth in it. With a bit of truth. To spice up the way.
5.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this is a critical success. Did they ever tell you that whenever you don't succeed on anything, you can make that a critical failure to get a beat?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just so you know, because we can make things interesting. Okay, so you get a crit success. How do you want to progress this scene with an extra, to make it an extra scene?
make it an extra scene.
Yeah. So he does believe the lie.
Well, goodness, I am.
Take your time.
Let's make it stupid. So his wife just finished baking a batch of cookies, and she sees a friendly face because obviously I am just a very young, very friendly-looking girl, and she decides to give me a cookie to taste it.
Nice. So the wife joins the conversation. Like, who is it here? Oh, young lady, did you see somebody?
No, I couldn't. I was too slow.
I told my husband that he's hearing things. Nobody's doing anything in those basements.
I mean, the door is broken down, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Are you okay?
Barely saw the entrance door close when I came here.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. We better call up the police. Don't worry, sweetheart. Take a cookie. And, the wife comes down with her tray of cookies. They're a little bit burned out, but you don't care, I guess. Do you care?
I don't. That's so sweet.
So
but
sweet.
Also, I don't care because I'm kind of inhuman.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like anything for you.
Oh,
honestly.
I don't eat it. I just say, "Oh, thank you so much," and I put it in my pocket and leave.
Okay. So, Vladimira is now somewhere in the center of Sofia. The night sky is filled with clouds, just like the night that we are playing tonight. It's rumbling, but where you are, it still doesn't rain. You realize these might be the last few hours of your existence as a kindred, where you're not bound to the circle of the crown. Well, depends on how you felt up until now, being bound, on the severity of how bound you are, but your initiation is in 2 hours. How do you feel about that?
I feel excited.
You feel excited?
I feel extremely happy. And just to cover all my bases, in terms of if they need any vitae from me during the ceremony, I want to find somewhere where I can top myself up.
Okay.
I mean, I'm almost full, but I just want to make it
Just to be
10
sure.
out of 10.
Just to be sure. All right. So how would you go about that? What's the tactic here?
Well, I'm going to start. Do I see any bars around?
Oh yeah, there are those alternative bars with quiet music where people can actually listen to each other.
Well, no.
You want to go on a bit of wilder place.
Yeah, a bit of a stupider bar.
All right. So you start walking down one of the streets in the very center of Sofia, where a car stops in front of you. The window goes down, and inside you see Black Radu.
Oh!
Bloody girl! What's going on?
Oh, hey, Rado.
Get in the car. We're doing stupid decisions tonight.
Well, I've got a thing in about 2 hours, but
You always gotta think. Come on, girl. That thinking can wait.
it literally cannot. But for 2 hours, maybe an hour. Okay, let's say an hour. What do you think about?
Good. Indulge me.
Where are we going?
I don't know. The stupidest bar that you can imagine.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you two basically share the same brain cell, so...
Rado.
So, yeah.
So I get in the car.
You get in the car. He gets to... I don't know. Let's not go to Biat tonight, but one of those, let's say, Boulevard Markowski.
Yeah.
Somewhere around Natfis, which is the National Film Academy, a happy bar. Somewhere around that place, there's plenty of stupid bars to be at.
Excellent.
Yep.
So I choose the one where the fum
Yep.
of music is the loudest.
All right. So you immediately pass by a couple of bouncers. You go on downstairs in an underground part of the club, and good solid techno music is sounding. Very few people tonight. It's some sort of a weekday. I don't know what. And
Are there any people on the dance floor?
yeah, Yeah.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Do I see anybody who's dancing alone?
Anybody who's dancing alone? Yeah, pretty much. Kind of everyone here is kind of alone, and you see groups of people sitting around tables that are watching in the dance floor. But yeah, most of the people here seem to be, not really uncomfortable on the dance floor, but like every one of them is trying to get the attention of the others
And
to mingle.
everybody is still just too sober and too awkward.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is too early tonight. Well, 10 o'clock is not that early, but
Well, what I'm gonna do is go to the dance floor. Go on the dance floor. I'm sorry. Find a dude who's got a nice, strong, healthy heartbeat. Not too erratic,
Yeah.
too slow.
Yeah.
But nice, steady, healthy
Yeah.
heartbeat.
That is the perfect guy for that. Young looking, well dressed, doesn't smell like
Cheap booze.
cheap booze or drugs or anything. Quite a confident smile on his face.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I start dancing with him.
All right. What exactly can we roll for? Roll me something that relates to how is that skill called?
Expression?
Expression. Yes. Roll me dexterity plus expression, or presence plus expression.
Okay. Presence. Okay. Presence plus expression. That's 5 dice. I'm such a good dancer. That's 0 success.
That's 0 successes. Well, it's not your best night for dancing. Let's say that you step on the guy's toe a couple of times.
Oh no.
But he kind of tries to push up the smile, through the pain. And be like, hey, how about we relax a bit and grab a drink?
I'm sorry. It's just I had knee surgery recently and my right leg is still not up to par.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's a crazy story. Do you wanna go somewhere private? I can tell you. I was just walking my neighbor's dog, and a tree fell on it.
On the dog.
No, on my knee. The dog is fine. The
How
dog is
does the
healthy.
tree fall exactly on your knee and not on anything else?
Well, it did fall on the car, but
okay.
the dog is this massive Alaskan Malamute. It's basically more bear than dog, and one of the branches just slammed into my knee.
Ooh.
Had to get it reconstructed.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm terribly sorry for stepping all over you.
Wow, damn. That sounds like quite an adventure. Anyways, my name is Vladimir.
Excellent.
Because that's not gonna be awkward.
That's not gonna be awkward at all.
No.
Oh, really? That's such a strong name. That's such a masculine name. It kind of makes me want to make out with you.
Well, this is surely the first time I hear that, but sure. Yeah, do you mind if we get a bit of a drink before that to spice things up? He's kind of shy. He does try to act like a player, but
I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, "No, you see, my name is Vladimir. It's fated."
Oh, okay. And you're not making this up right now.
I show him an ID.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, okay. Fate, huh?
Yeah, just
So
take him by the.
Yeah.
What?
So what are you doing tonight here, Vladimir?
Well, I had a very busy work week, and I'm trying to relax.
See. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the same here. Nothing too interesting that I can share. Meanwhile, Rado is already buying drinks at the bar, and he kind of looks at the two of you and says, "She's with me, bastard." Oh, sorry. Am I interrupting something? I didn't want to.
He's a friend of mine. He's making jokes. Come on, let's do a shot with him, and I'll introduce you.
All right. So you bring Vlado to
Rado.
Oh my. Yeah, this is definitely not gonna. Anyways. Girl, I can't catch you. Like, I can't leave you alone for 2 minutes without you making some new friends.
Well, what can I say? He looked charming, and I couldn't stop myself. He just caught my eye.
Yeah. They kind of shake hands between each other. One says Rado, the other says Vlado. So what exactly is the relationship between you two? We're work colleagues, says Rado.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
What about you? Are you leaving soon? Says Radu. And the guy does feel a little bit awkward in this whole scenario.
I just pat them both on the back, say, come on, let's do some shots.
Yeah, let's do some shots. So the two of them hit 2 shots very quickly. What do you drink tonight?
I'm gonna pretend that I'm drinking shots with them. I'm not gonna spend the 1 vita.
Oh, you're not spending 1 vita?
Nope.
So they get inside your stomach, right? Or...
No, I just, as they're downing them, I just discreetly push the shot glass away.
Okay, so you don't consume...
I don't consume alcohol.
Anything from them. Okay, sure. Give me a manipulation plus dexterity roll.
Okay. That's 6 dice.
Where does the alcohol go from your shots, though? Like, do you pour it somewhere?
2 successes, well, 3 successes.
3 successes, alright.
I just pour it in Radu's shoes.
Radu's shoes.
Yes. Or in that general vicinity.
He's like, oh man, where did I get my shoes wet? These are like, this is like, I don't know. He says some sort of a weird brand that nobody's heard about, but it sounds filthy rich, kind of a brand. I'll go clean that up.
You do that, my friend. And you, my new friend, have you considered my proposition?
Oh, I mean, if I'm still here, I'm obviously interested.
Hell yeah. Let's find us a private place so, we don't feel uncomfortable being watched.
Yeah, absolutely. Private place. In the coop or somewhere else?
I point towards the restrooms.
The restrooms, yeah, sure. So the two of you sneak into the restrooms. I guess you guys make out.
Don't really, just grab him by the neck and suck 3 vita out.
Teeth in the neck. The guy gets ecstatic. You feel the healthy blood pouring inside yourself. How much do you want to drink?
3.
3 is fine. 3 is fine. You drink 3 vitae, 3 blood from him, which turns into vitae inside your body, and he becomes a little bit swampy. And with a bright smile on his face, he collapses on the toilet seat. Oh, sorry. I just need you to take a moment. Think you got a little bit too excited, and my heart just couldn't handle the beauty.
Well, Rado's shots are nothing to shake a stick at. That meaning they're
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
I'll be
leave
back
you
in a
here,
moment.
buddy.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. And he kind of closes his eyes and
Goes to sleep.
not really to sleep, but he's in some sort of weird semi-conscious state.
Perfect. So I go back to Rado.
Yeah. Well, Rado is actually on the outside of the restroom because he was cleaning his shoes, and he just looks at you and, Vladimira, you snake.
What? He just felt ill. I mean, what did you put in those shots?
Nothing really. I mean, I drank the same stuff. You drank the same stuff.
Well, he might be a bit of a lightweight, Not everybody is the drinking legends we are.
Yep. Now that the dead weight's gone, mind if we talk for a little bit?
Sure thing.
Yep. So you go back to one of the separates in the coop. You sit down. There is enough light to on the table for you to see each other. Rado, takes out something in a small bag, small plastic bag, the one that you get weed from.
Yeah.
So I've heard some stuff about the competition in our area. That guy that you and me had a little bit of trouble with last time we saw each other.
Yeah.
He seems to be missing.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Really?
Since the night that we met him. You know anything about that?
Which guy was that again?
I don't know. Some fucktard or something. He was threatening me. You came along. He was threatening you. You went somewhere with him, if I remember correctly. You sure don't know anything about that? You know, you can tell me, girl. I'm not gonna rat you to the police or anything.
Radu, you were so fucking drunk that night. Do you even remember what happened?
No.
We had a talk with him. We came back to the club, and me and you took a cab home.
Did we took a cab home together? I'm not sure about that.
Well, fuck. Now that you say it,
I think you were drunk, not me.
oh fuck, that might be true. Yeah, I don't think anything.
Anyway,
I mean, I had a talk with him. I remember specifically coming back to the bar after we had a talk. I don't remember what we
what's
said.
important is that they think it's us. And tonight I had a business meeting with one of our suppliers, which they seem to had somehow caught wind on it. We had to cancel and scrum before they fucking got our asses. So yeah, I told the boys, I told the boys that work for us to chill for the next couple of days until things clear out. But yeah, these people are everywhere in the neighborhood. We can't properly deal like that. Had to think about something.
Well, after he went missing, who took up his operations?
Oh no idea. This guy is someone's right hand man. He's no one really important.
Wait, the one that went missing
Yeah.
is the right-hand man. Oh, goodness. Just out of character, is he the right-hand man to the dude I killed in the main campaign?
Could be.
Because that's gonna be so fucking stupid.
Could be.
Fucking hell.
Very well could be.
Well, Rado, since we're currently booming with business, I think we can afford to allocate more of our budget to security. Maybe hire a few more guys, get bigger escorts for both for our suppliers and our dealers.
Well, now that's the thing. You say our business is booming, but that might not be the case for very long. And he taps on the back that he brought out. You see, this is what they are selling. And he passes the back towards you. I don't know what exactly they're putting in this weed, but people are highly preferring it over ours. And from what I'm seeing, it seems to be kind of addictive. People start to act strange after it, so I definitely recommend you not to try this thing. I'm just showing you what we got. Like, take a sniff if you want.
Okay, I'll sniff it.
You immediately sense blood, the smell of blood on it.
Well, that smells like shit. What we can do is get a few of our guys. You know, maybe even you. I mean, I've done a lot of field work for this operation. Maybe it's time you dust off that old field agent uniform of yours and go see if you can trace this thing back to its supplier.
Girl, you know I don't do that anymore. Like,
Come on.
myself between the teeth of those goons, that's not how I work.
Well, at the very least, I know you can still run a recon op.
Yeah, that I can do. I don't know if we should try to relocate. We're too small to try to deal with these guys right now.
You said they're everywhere. That
No.
can be true because they should be clashing with the other people.
Oh, no, they're not everywhere. They are in our neighborhood, the entire neighborhood. That's Strelbište and nearby Wager.
Well, then, I suppose we could take a step back. slow things down for a few days and we'll see what comes up. Because if this shit is really as addictive and as toxic as you say it is, maybe people will quickly wisen up.
Yeah, people don't wisen up. We don't. You know how it works.
Yeah.
This town is shit, and that's how we make money from.
A girl can dream.
Yeah, what I think is that they're putting heroin in this shit. Nothing else can explain that.
Well, it's not like we can run a marketing campaign against them.
Actually, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Really?
We can try to start spreading rumors.
Ooh.
We can try to get some sort of a kid overdosed on this stuff. We can properly overdose him and say that he bought it from them.
That's a fair fucking point.
You okay with that?
Can I trust you to run the operation?
Sure.
Cool and also good.
As long as you're okay with, I don't know, some random kid getting fucked up.
Mate, I've been fucking over kids since I was 16 years old. Do you think I'll start caring right now?
I just wanted to check, not to... Sure. Just didn't want to see you getting cold feet. Look, we don't really spend a lot of time together. Recently.
Well,
I know you're a busy woman, but kind of feel like I'm going out of the loop. And it's hard to keep you in the loop as well. Think we can figure something out about that?
we could schedule a bi-weekly meeting or something like that. But the thing is, a lot of the time I've been away is exactly dealing with people like those guys on my end. Because I know you're retired from the field, but I sure shit am not.
Sure you're okay? You don't want to, maybe I can send some people to be with you?
Oh no, it's fine. I run my own security.
You sure?
Yeah, I've got a couple of guys, dependable ones.
Alright.
Actually, people I don't want to spare for the drug operations. It's fine. I'm looking after myself.
Alright, girl. Alright. I just want to know things are cool between us, We go way back. No one really I can trust better than you.
Hell yeah.
I just want to know that this is still happening and we're moving forward.
And it still will be happening as long as both of our hearts still beat. I sarcastically raise a glass and say, "Till death do us part."
Let's hope that's not anytime soon. Chinks. You drink this time?
Well, it's not a shot, it's a glass.
It's a glass.
So I just make it look like I take a sip.
Yeah, alright. So yeah, let me see if Radu has anything else to say. Maybe not really. Yeah. Do you maybe want to move forward?
I'm just going to look at my phone. See, oh goodness, how the time goes. Radu, I'm sorry. It's time for the appointment I talked about.
Can't catch you for 2 seconds. Sure thing.
Well, that's what us business magnates are like.
Yeah. Alright, girl. Hope to see you soon. Stay safe.
Stay fresh, cheese bag. I say to him and I leave the club.
Yeah, he chuckles, raises his glass. And you leave your, well, not former touchstone, but your detached touchstone.
My best friend.
Yeah. Taking care of himself for the rest of the night.
He's a big boy.
So, as you exit the club.
Yeah.
And some expensive cars are parked nearby. You hear a familiar voice. Sorry, miss. Do you think I can borrow a lighter from you?
A familiar male or female?
A familiar male voice.
Okay, I turn around.
And in a very nice black suit, you see a middle-aged man who you recognize very well. Mr. Tarnov is apparently conversating with some group of people, human people. just next to the exit of this place. And he has a cigarette on his in his hand. So he says, "So, may I?"
Yes, of course.
He lights up the cigarette from your lighter. He takes a puff. Says, "It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've seen you, Vladimir. Is everything okay?"
Well, actually, I left the stove on, so I should probably...
Oh no, please indulge me for at least 2 minutes. I'm not gonna take too much of your time, I promise. How have you been?
Oh, around.
How is life in south of Sofia going for you?
Actually, after I ditched my deadbeat friends, it appears it was a lot easier not to break the masquerade than it was before.
I'm very proud of you.
So I'm just laying low,
That's good. That's very good. Are the Kronos taking good care of you?
Oh, yeah. They seem like a nice bunch.
Well, he stares at the sky for some time.
I leave as he's staring at the sky. I just walk away from him.
You start walking, and as you take the next corner, he is already there. Actually, Romeo, wits plus composure.
Okay. That's 5 dice. I know I am losing my composure. Oh, okay, fine. One success.
You notice something moving very quickly around you, and the next moment you see Tarnov on the turn, which means he has some sort of super speed.
Yeah,
going on.
Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, it's not teleportation, at least.
Yeah.
So he says, "Don't need to run. I'm not gonna harm you or anything. Just wanted to talk. Just wanted to see if you're really sure about what you're doing."
Well, not really. I mean, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing for the past few months. I just woke up one day, no fucking pulse. Somebody told me, hey, you can do a couple of, strange favors for a high-class businessman, and suddenly I'm in with the mafia and people are sucking other people's blood. I mean, I don't fucking know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I agree. That was definitely not an easy way to introduce you to the night of a complicated city like this, wasn't it? I definitely do take the blame for this one, and I am sorry if in any way I have turned you away from this. In retrospect, I realized that Gwen maybe was not the best mentor that could have been assigned to you. That again is my fault.
I smile at him. I put a hand on his shoulder and I say, all is forgiven.
He just cracks a smirk. He says, an opportunistic young woman like you can always find and prosper, can find a place in the Invictus and prosper. Especially someone like you. There is always, not always, there is a space for you if you decide to come back. But I just want to let you know that with this war coming, if you are gonna try to aid the other team, I just cannot make such promises for the future.
Okay. I can't fucking tell him anything else.
Yep. He takes another puff. Among the Ventru, there was a guy called Vrazdan who seems to have disappeared some time ago. Some of the goons of my colleague Dharma seem to link your name to those incidents. You know anything about that?
Well, I took him out for dinner once. I mean...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask him a bunch of stuff about our clan. Because nobody fucking wanted to tell me anything. I just...
That is another one of my mistakes. Definitely. And
I place my hand on his shoulder and I say, all is forgiven.
And that's a mistake I can fix as well. As the primogen of the clan, I can keep you safe.
Thank you very much for the offer, but I am currently on a... I just drank some fucking alcohol addict's blood and I'm very, very dizzy, so I'm going to go back to my place and lie down for a while.
He shakes his head and says, Vladimir, you're wasting your potential.
I've heard this so many times before. So let me mull it over and I'll get back to you, okay?
as you say, you get back to you. You walk eyes with each other, and I would ask you to roll me. What was it? Blood potency plus resolve, right?
Resolve and blood potency, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 3 dice.
Your resolve is 2.
Yeah. 1 success. I don't want to know how many he has. Just tell me the command.
Oh no, no one is in front of you anymore, and you start to wonder what happened in the past few minutes.
I look at my phone's clock again. How much time has passed since I left?
Just a couple of minutes,
Oh,
but you
okay,
have
good.
no memory of who you met during these few minutes.
Cool and also
You
good.
only remember that your beast feels frustrated, scared, and irritated.
Yeah. But with the touch of forgiveness.
With a touch of forgiveness.
Yeah.
Yes. You do feel very forgiving tonight.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay, well, I'm gonna call a cab and go to the Crown HQ.
Going to Crown HQ. So,
Trademarked.
do you do the usual thing with the cap stopping at the border of Stitch's domain, or you just give him straight up the address, or how do you do it?
Oh no, I'm gonna stop him at the border, obviously.
Yep. So, stopping at the border, you realize that's quite a bit of traffic in this on the street tonight. You realize a lot of people and cars are moving through this place, and none of them seem to be, what's the word, dissociated or confused. It may appear that Stitch's domain is lifted for tonight.
Well, that seems like a great idea, yeah. Just after Tarnov visited me. Anyway, I pay the cab driver, exit the car, go towards the house.
Many of these cars are parked nearby the house. You can hear music going on. Actually, in front of the garden, some tables are being put out. There are candlelight going on, and there are quite a lot of people having conversations in the garden of the house. And you feel a single pulse.
A single pulse.
Coming from Radost,
Aww.
who is at the front door and nods at you, says, Lady Vladimira, you have been expected.
I look around at all the people and all the cars and just say, is there a fucking wedding going on?
Oh, well, this is a first for me, honestly. I'm not really allowed to watch, so they just told me to keep the guests entertained in the garden.
What are you doing?
Can
Do
I
you
ask
jiggle?
you something? Is anywhere else than me here with a beating heart?
I look around,
Nope.
I smile at her, and I say, well, that's for me to know and for you to guess.
She obviously looks very concerned and very uneasy by the position she's put in.
Nobody here will harm you.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not saying that anyone could. I hope nobody would. Yes. I've been told to help you dress up for the ceremony. It's going to be in a short while.
Great, let's do that.
So, as you pass by the garden, you can see everyone is giving you a hint of a stare, but no one is really admitting to directly doing it. You see a couple of familiar faces. One of them is Brother Philip. Yes. He does give you a much more open stare, but he does not greet you. He just winks at you.
Just give him a thumbs up.
He very quickly returns to whatever conversation he's holding. But he's, one of the more friendly faces. There is another face that you recognize, but she does not seem to pay attention at you. A woman with dark glasses. Kind of secluded from the most of the conversations. She seems to be alone with another kindred that both of them are engaged in a conversation between each other.
When you say a woman with dark glasses, do I recognize the face beneath or?
Yes, this is the woman that appeared in the night that a gangrel attempted to abduct Vrajden.
Oh,
Yes, and
the Crown Sheriff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she made him disappear.
Excellent. Well, I'm gonna follow Radus back to my room.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ask you, so is there like a dress code?
Actually, you already... Yeah, that's interesting. So, the people in the garden all seems to wear quoting attire of various style, but all of it was black, right?
That's not fucking difficult. All my clothes are black.
Yeah. And also, in your bedroom, now on your bed, there is a single black robe prepared for you. Radu says, I was told that you should be naked underneath for the ceremony.
It's kind of kinky.
She bushes Sprang. Be like, I mean, I'm not saying it, you're saying it. But yeah, it's weird.
Oh god, I'm going to torture this girl. I look at her, I lean close to her face. Well, have you been fantasizing about me, Nick?
Oh, no, not at all.
Are you already picturing it?
Sorry, no, this is...
Is this giving you a lady boner right now? Oh my goodness, Alice, be professional.
I am very sorry. I am not... this is not what you're thinking. I am not... I mean, I don't want to say I'm not interested. You're a very beautiful woman. I'm just not leaning that way. Oh, God. Oh, sorry. I didn't want to say the G word.
I'm just messing with you, Radus.
Yeah, so
I'll just have a quick shower and...
Yes, of course. If you need me for anything, I will be in the garden. You notice Stitch's techno music is not playing.
Oh no.
Tonight.
Is she even alive?
Are you asking Radust? Or me as the DM?
Well, I am asking Radust.
She's been out of the house for some business.
That's a trick question. None of us are alive. Scram now.
Oh yes, sorry, and yeah, she disappears in the somewhere in the garden.
I'm gonna take a quick shower and put on the robe.
Mm-hmm. It's the same type of robe that you wore while being Marietta in one of your dreams during the previous nights.
I'm going to smell it.
It's clean.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Thank God.
It doesn't have ancient vampire sweat on it.
Okay, well.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I am properly clothed, I will go back to the... I am going to go around the house, see if I can find Marietta or Sivor Stitch or somebody who can tell me what I should be doing.
Mm-hmm. So, while you were dressing up, the old clock in the living room beats 12, beats midnight. And... as you leave the room, you realize that everything's gone silent. There are no more people in the garden. Only Radust is staying somewhere far in the distance at the front entrance of the gardens. You feel a breeze of air moving against your skin as you realize that the basement doors are open and dancing shadows can be seen on the wall against the opening.
I just say, ready or not, here I come. And I go down the basement.
As you go down the basement, you see all these figures now dressed in the same dark cloaks as you are. Though theirs are much more covered. As you yourself are the only... wait, in that dream, was... I believe in that dream, Vesta was too dressed kind of similar to you. Yes,
Yeah.
that was the case. So yes, you enter, and this is the first time you see this place so full with bodies, and you realize how small it actually is. Just a small circle around the altar is left, and now there are chains being what's the word?
Being hammered into place?
Yeah, hammered into a place, specifically for your hands, for your legs, and one for your neck. Mother Siva is in a similar robe like yours, with blood painted on her skin, displaying various symbols that you have seen in the books about the occult and the witches.
As I go into the basement and I see the chains being hammered in place, I just say, beans. And I go over to the altar.
Actually, the first person you encounter on the stairs is Marietta, hidden in a hood. She takes you by the hand as she leads you towards the place.
So does she say anything when I exclaim, beans, at the situation?
No, not at all. This is one of the few times that she looks very serious. There is a hint of those dark veins that seem to have been appearing on her face every now and then. Partially, maybe she feels unwell because of that, or she looks serious because of that, not only because of the grand ceremony. As you're being guided towards the chains, your robes are being removed, and she gives you the chains. Have to put them yourself, she says, willingly.
Okay. I cuff my wrists and then my ankles.
All right. New child, she says. And now, in a similar fashion, you observe Marietta holding the same chalice from that dream that Mother Siva held back then. And where Vesta stood, Mother Siva stands now.
Deja vu.
Absolute deja vu. And Mother Siva says, it is an important evening tonight, brothers and sisters. As many of you have already learned or experienced it, war is being conspired against our clan, against our circle. And we once again have to come together as a single being, as a single family united under the goddess. What better occasion for us to show the Invictus and the Cartians and the rest that we are a united front than to accept one of the most unique and opportunistic and instrumental kindred that this age has provided us with.
As she's saying that, I just smile and wave at the crowd.
Yeah, okay, so you do that. You see some
people
shake their heads.
Instantly stop.
Yeah. Siva does not look at you, so she does not pay attention to that. She says, let tonight be a celebration of the new blood that becomes invited to the circle. Child, if you accept our gift tonight, you're bound for the rest of your own life. You have had time to think over this, and I hope you're ready to say the words and the oaths that will bind you.
I am ready.
She brings out a knife, a bayonetta. You have seen that too in your dream, and you've seen that in Vrajan's letters as well. She goes behind you and says, repeat after me. I, Vladimira, sired by Marietta.
I, Vladimira, sired by Marietta.
At that very moment, you feel the pain piercing your back. It's almost as if it digs under your spine and it goes straight to your heart. The pain is actually much stronger than you remember inside your dream. And darkness starts to veil on your eyesight. You do not remember the rest of the oath. but you find yourself in a room, in a very nice room, and next to you, no, not next to you, in front of you, there is a tall woman with black hair that is dressed in a restraining shirt, although the shirt is cut loose, so her arms are free, although hidden underneath the sleeves. Vesta Marinova greets you. So, the circle has finally invited a new daughter. It is a pleasure to meet you, Vladimira, sired by Marietta.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine.
Why have you come to me?
That's a good question you're asking me. Yeah, well, for a chat?
Well then, let's chat.
How are you? How have you been?
Oh, I am doing simply fine. Simply amazing. You seem to be struggling. Might this be your very initiation right now? You do find yourself still being naked, by the way.
Well, I cover myself up quickly. Well, I didn't know I was gonna have visions of you when the initiation started.
Well, that's a little bit of a leftover gift I have left to the circle. A connection to all crones between them and me as the previous mother.
That's kinda egocentric. I'm sorry. That's kinda shitty.
Well, you heard Siva's words, no doubt. Once you take the oath, you're never truly free from the crown.
As if I've ever been truly free since I started my own life.
Oh, she nods in a strange amusement, as if almost like you know the answer to a riddle that maybe only you and her knows. She seems satisfied with the answer.
Actually, now that we're in a vision, in a not material place, possibly in my imagination, can I conjure up a bottle of vodka?
That's a good question. Roll me presence plus composure. I don't know, presence plus resolve.
Sure thing. No fucking way. 4 successes for a bottle of vodka.
4 successes for a bottle of vodka.
Yeah.
So you really start thinking about it, and Vesta starts pouring from a bottle on a glass and hands it towards you.
I take the glass and I raise.
The glass slips between your fingers
Son of a bitch.
and falls on the floor.
Why?
Oh, I'm sorry. Such a waste. And that was plum, too.
Ah, damn it.
such a good batch. Anyways, you've made your decision to become part of the circle. Shame, really. I had some plans for you. Well, it's not like they cannot come to fruition one way or another.
Oh, well, you're still with Tarnov, yeah?
Tio, yes. Yes, I am.
Well then, I guess someday I'm just gonna have to kill you.
I'm looking forward to that day. If there is there anything else she wants to tell? She says, this little war might seem like a big deal right now, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just another step. I'm sure we'll meet again and again and again. Until next time.
Yo,
Now enjoy your big day. With that, blackness again consumes you, and the pain.
before the blackness consumes me, I'm just going to flipper the bird one last time.
She smirks and blows you a kiss.
Nice. I like this Vesta.
Yeah, this is pretty much present day Vesta.
Well,
Yeah,
it's too sane for her, but
Yeah. Anyways,
okay.
you are on the floor as you recover your consciousness. The burning pain pretty much
Subsides?
crawling to every inch of your being. Take 1 aggravated wound, please.
Of course. See, that's what I topped myself up.
Yep, that was a smart decision. It was a smart decision.
Just a single one, yeah?
Yeah, just a single one.
Okay.
Mother Siva has already powered her own blood inside the chalice. Gives it to you and says, "Drink, child. Drink and become a crone."
And I do so.
You do drink from the chalice. And since... Okay. Well, this is interesting because usually the aggravated wound needs to heal overnight. But you feel that the blood that you drink from this chalice does not go over the top of what you have drunk already. Instead, you can feel this blood immediately begins to heal the wound on your back.
Sweet.
Now rise as an acolyte.
Am I still in my chains?
No, you are being currently freed by Marietta.
Nice. And I rise up to my feet.
And she basically says, "You're now one of us." And you hear the chanting, the same chanting that you saw in your dream.
Wow.
You're one. You're now one of us. You're now one of us. You're now one of us. And for a moment, in one of those faces, you do see Vesta's face chanting as well. But she disappears as quickly as she appeared.
Ah, that whore.
With this, you're now officially part of the Circle of the Crown.
That feels nice. Feels like I belong. Can I put on... I ask Siva, can I put my robe on now?
Yes, actually, the rope is already being put on you.
Oh,
At
yeah,
the moment you rise from your chains, Marietta puts the rope back on.
Yeah, I can quickly cover up my essentials.
Mm-hmm.
And I turn to my sire and I ask, well...
By the way, you see, while you were being freed from your chains, there were now cracks on the ground, as if you have been pulling those chains with all your strength during that moment of being unconscious. So most likely you have entered frenzy during that period of time.
Oh no.
Well, that's what the chains are for.
Oh, thankfully. Okay, out of character just for a second, I was actually very scared because I thought that you would make me roll for frenzy, and whether or not I made the roll decided if I was okay for the initiation. That was actually a thought I had.
Maybe that was a good idea, but no.
I think that would have been a bit too risky.
Yep. That's why it's not.
Yeah.
That's why it's not.
That's the better decision. Okay. Well, I turn to my sire and I ask, well, now what?
Now, the crown prepares for war.
Fucking hell, always so dramatic.
But tonight, we do celebrate. And,
that's what I like to hear.
You see most of the figures start to exit through the basement. They all give a bow towards you.
And I return the bow back.
Stitch emerges from somewhere within and says, well done. I honestly thought you're gonna get cold feet and run away.
Oh, well,
but you do have some guts, I'll give you that.
I had my reservations.
Do you now?
Do I get the right of having reservations?
No, of course not. Neither of us have.
I mean, I was committed to the Crones before. I'm committed now as well. Nothing in my loyalty has changed. You know, actually, something tried to change it just tonight. Tarnov found me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I tell this, I imagine, as Mariette and Stitch are with me. I don't know if Siva is still nearby.
Oh, yeah. Stitch, Marietta, and Siva are all next to you.
Good, excellent. Tarnov found me. He tried to warn me that it would be a better decision for me to take his protection and go back to the Invictus. What I'm thinking is, if he is to contact such a Low, an important piece of the puzzle is me. I think he is quite desperate. That's what this feels like. I don't believe he holds too much sympathy for one of his old cronies, enough sympathy to warrant a visit.
Here Siva says, or that Vesta has already warned him of your potential.
Oh yeah, by the way, what the fuck was that? The vision with Vesta?
A what? Says Siva. And the other two look at you and look at Siva very strangely. What have you experienced?
Is this not par for the course?
This is not part of the course.
I just thought, well, I had a bit of a chat with Vesta, I guess, while I was thrashing about. Because I think I lost consciousness partway through the oath. And I saw her in a straitjacket.
Were you dreaming you were me again? Asks Marietta.
Well, no, I had a nice conversation with Vesta. Me being me.
It's possible this is current day. Not a vision, but a connection.
Yeah, she said she left this gift for the crone, so I just thought that maybe that's what all of us go through.
You hear Siva's teeth grind, and for the first time, not for the first time, for the second time, you see her angry. So this is how she's been communicating with all of the new acolytes, and all of them have submitted and hiding this from us. You have done well to tell us this, Vladimira. I'll make sure to prevent this from happening again.
Oh yeah, it's fine. I just told her that someday I'm gonna slit her throat, maybe eat her brains.
She just put a hand on your shoulder and says, I do promise you, Vladimira, I will aid you in every possible manner for you to reach that future.
Hell yeah.
With that, she excuses herself and also leaves the basement. Stitch says, well, this certainly was an interesting new piece of information. Tarnov knowing where you were tonight is also something that scares me more than that thing about Vesta. It might be a good idea to bring the veil back sooner rather than later tonight.
I mean, I always knew that. I mean, I always accepted that Tarnov had eyes and ears everywhere. After all, Vesta is his oracle. Just kind of surprised me that he would go after me. And yeah, I didn't want to ruin the mood of the celebrations.
Marietta says, I'm sorry to have put you in such danger.
By doing what exactly?
That's a good question. Many things.
I put a hand on her shoulder and I say, all is forgiven.
This is the episode title, Always Forgiven. I'm glad that you joined us. Now we can all call you sister, the way it should be.
Hell yeah, mother, sister.
Mother, sister, mother. She does crank smile. Let me introduce you to some of the more important guests tonight, if they're still around. Vladimira climbs upstairs and sees that some of the guests are already leaving, but some of them are remaining in the living room or in the garden. First of them approaches you, Brother Philip, who has now removed his robes and says, Sister Vladi, it is so good to now see you as a fully fledged acolyte. I never doubted that you would accept the oath. And I want to personally thank you about helping me with the last previous nights. I did get a call from our mutual friend who said that she had one of the most amazing nights in her life recently. Last night. And all thanks to you.
Brother Philip, your words fill me with joy.
I hope to be able to see you soon in one of our meetings. Always feel free to come by, say hello. And yes.
Oh, most definitely.
I'm going to leave you alone now. I do believe that it's been a long and tiring night for all of us, while the night is still very young. So enjoy, ladies. Marietta, who is next to you, seems to be covering her nose with her hand and whispers to you, you know, one thing that I hate about these meetings is the smell of gangrel all around this place. But I haven't said that.
Oh, your secret is safe with me.
You sure you're okay after that vision?
Well, I'm a bit shaken up, and I am a bit worried because, well, she said that she has left this gift for the crones, and she did, I suppose, choose to have a conversation with me, but that doesn't mean that the acolytes who haven't had this privilege, quote unquote, have not been touched by Vestas magic.
You're very right in this assumption. We have to do a proper investigation in that. Sadly, that is much more on Mother Siva's part than mine. I'm much more on the direct social interactions in the physical world.
A people's person.
That I am. And as such, let me introduce you to these lovely people, which she says allowed to get their attention. It's again the man and the woman. So the woman in the black glasses and the man who she was speaking with. The man seems to be middle-aged, and one way or another, he has very similar Tarnov vibes in him, like business. Business-looking guy. Well, not really sleazy, actually. That's the difference. He does look like how was the word? An honest business owner.
Yeah.
Honest business owner. You know, something like that. He does seem to greet you a little bit more positive than the woman in the black glasses, who just sighs from having to deal with Marietta and you. As you know, within the circle, there are many roles that need to be filled. You know, Mother Siva, our dear sister Siva is the mother of the crones. Well, this is the father, Mr. Samuel Vasilev. He judges the crown and is asked for his opinion when there are disputes between the different subsects. And he does shake your hand and says, I am very rarely asked for opinion, but let's say that I do try to be of service to the mother and the rest.
Very lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you as well. I do own a co-op in Student Village, so whenever you do have the need for a safe hunting ground, you can feel invited at my place.
I'm grateful.
I hear by young Marietta and Stitch here that you have had quite the busy life and you have been part of, not a Tarnus inner circle, but you have seen plenty of how the Invictus work and operate.
Yep, that's true.
You're going to prove a valuable instrument in this war, young Vladimira.
I sure hope so.
If you need anything, I am offering my aid.
I'll take you up on that offer.
Enough with the pleasantries, says the woman with the black
sunglasses. Yeah.
Yes. And this, points Marietta, is the crown. Our, let's say, sheriff, agent of executions and everything else. I am the wall, she simply says. And that's enough, Marietta.
Now they're breaking the wall. I just kind of murmur under my nose.
You shouldn't get too full of yourself, she says.
What else should I be full of?
Fear. Be full of fear, for those we're dealing with are not children. They have survived enough to see plenty of betrayal, plenty of backstabbing, plenty of trickery.
And we also know they make horrible decisions from time to time.
That they do. And we ourselves are not immune of that. So I do implore you to, what's the word? And do implore?
Yeah.
Is that the word? Yeah. I do implore you to keep your ventral confidence in check. It would be best for everyone.
I offer my hand. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Sasha.
Very nice to meet you, Sasha.
I would want to say it's likewise, but I don't want to lie. Still, I do welcome you among the circle.
Well, I feel very welcomed indeed.
Don't take it personally. She's like that with everyone. It's simply that most of the new acolytes are very hard to show anything impressive, especially after I have to intervene and save them from their own messes. I hope Vrajden has been useful to the circle.
Well, oh shit! I was almost going to call out the incident with Marietta. Oh yeah. He has proven to be quite the valuable ally.
That is good, but he too is a Ventru, so do not trust him completely.
The fuck?
With that, she bids farewell, and the father, Samuel, also says, ladies, it was a pleasure.
Oh, the pleasure was all mine. Except for the knife in the back. I mean, that was very pleasurable at all. But still.
He says, those cars are a reminder of our history. They tell a collective story. And now you are part of the century-old journey of the circle.
Well,
it's a great honor.
I clasp my hands together and say, well, I guess it's time to make history.
It is indeed. He again nods at you and leaves. Marietta is even more like trying to get the smell out of Gangro. Yeah. Well, that was something, isn't it? Now you can see why we have been so cautious with these invitations and everything.
Cautious? Is this what you call cautious? I mean, fuck, half of them left and there's still so many in the gardens.
Well, those are the more friendly ones.
Well, why didn't you start with them then?
Because these are the ones that you should be careful with.
Business.
I am absolutely sure of your ability to make friends with the easy ones. There is no point in me making
introductions.
Yeah. So why don't you enjoy yourself? It is your day after all. I have to take some rest, if I have to be honest. Even after my awakening recently, I have not felt very well. Surely related to the blood.
On a bit more serious note, I tell her, yes, you should look after yourself.
Don't worry, darling.
Don't strain yourself.
Oh, we'll be fine. And starting tomorrow, we have a very new, exciting thing going on. Mother Siva has decided to personally teach you in the ways of the Kruak, the magic of the beast, and test how far your abilities to be an oracle can really be pushed to.
Fuck yeah!
So with this, Marietta too disappears somewhere inside the house. And Vladimira is left in this very strange environment where she's not really used to have this house in this particular setting with this particular kindred around. But yeah, how does it feel? How does it feel?
Being an official crone.
Being an official crone and everything.
Oh, well, quite empowering.
Quite empowering.
Quite empowering. Yeah, I'm going to meet all the guests who had the patience and good manners to stay And I'm going to note all of the ones who had the temerity to leave before I could say hello after my big day.
Absolutely. Well, the ones that have left are pretty much either new acolytes, similar to you, or are crones that are not really combat or political, either military or politically active in Sofia. They are, just one of those kindreds that do live their own lives, but they are still part of the crone.
Well, I would imagine being part of the crone, even if you're not politically orientated, means that you still do something for the sect.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And now that they know
covenant.
that their existence, sect covenant. Now that they know that their existence is being threatened by a war of killing, they have gathered up to, make most importantly to be safe. But there are a couple of obviously proper fighters within those that have left. And you do learn more about. Actually, well, tell me, what kind of things do you want to talk with all these various kindred?
That's a good question. I am going to introduce myself to all of them. Ask about their function in the covenant. For example, which ones of them are frontliners, which ones of them are running backhand, and so on and so forth.
Yep. So all of them are actually very positive on greeting you, because after all, these are the ones that have remained.
Stayed.
Yeah. I mean, even the fighters are one of those high-spirited ones, in a way reminding you of Spasian, the sheriff of Dharma. So pretty much you learn that the crones operate quite a lot in Student Village. This is actually one of the main territories for them, while the area of these three is a little bit more on the outskirts. In that sense, there is a lot of there have been a lot of wars with the human narco trafficking gangs, as well as with the human trafficking gangs, which led to prostitution and straight up abduction of people, like the organ harvesting situation, and so on and so on.
Isn't that on the Carthians, though?
No. They actually laugh at that. They say, nah, Carthians try to be all goody two shoes, they do smuggle people and allow for a transportation network between Sofia and Bulgaria, but it's not the same as human trafficking.
Fair point.
But yeah, we are mainly trying to defend our territories from the humans. That's why we were so slow to take seriously this threat of war. It seems like Tarnov really wants to get rid of us this time.
I'm thinking that's just another one of his political ploys.
Well, we're part of it, so we better...
I have had a few theories, but after a few recent events, I am wondering if he even has the confidence in if he has the confidence that he will win the war. And if not, why would he commit to it?
Who knows? The Invictus and the Carthians work in strange ways.
I mean, the Carthians are pretty straightforward. The Invictus, they're just a bunch of sleazebags.
That you're right about. And yeah. So you do have a couple of fighter guys. You have a couple of people that are just trying to live by. Some of them are eavesdropping in specific jobs. There is a police officer who seems to report to the crones of what's going on in the area, trying to,
fucking nice,
cover up some of the lesser masquerade breaches and so on. So yeah. You come to realize that the circle is quite more complicated in its network than one would think.
Yeah, I mean, I expected as much.
Plenty of students, you notice as well, actually. A lot of the new recruits are students.
Students
university
as in
students.
looking that age or being that age?
Looking that age and currently being students as well. Most likely they're just faking of constantly being a student.
Yeah. Do I find somebody like a lore master amongst the guests?
A lore master? That's very interesting. Well, if you actually ask for a lore master... that's a very interesting question.
Not necessarily a lore master, somebody who dabbles in the culture of the Chrome.
Yes, well, that is actually a role dedicated to someone called the Jester.
The Jester?
The Jester, yes. And apparently Stitch used to be that person. But now she takes on the role within the circle.
And what is that role called?
Hers.
Yeah.
Roll me occult plus intelligence to see if actually these people know.
0 successes.
0 successes. They just shrug their shoulders. They just say, let's say that Stitch wasn't the most entertaining mentor of information. So she was retired from that position.
I see. Oh, what can you do?
One of them says, I'm actually not sure that even there is a new Jester, which is quite a shame. In a way, Mother Siva has to take that role, but she, as the mother, have plenty of work to do.
Yeah, I mean, she's been quite busy.
Yeah, she seemed not too happy about the initiation in the end. Is everything okay?
I think she's just constipated.
They laugh a little bit and they're like, I'll be careful where exactly you make those jokes, just to be safe. Don't want to get on her bad side. One of them seems to be flirting with Radust, who is obviously...
very scared.
Very scared of... Like, am I like, I'm being preyed right now. I'm being preyed upon right now, but for what reason?
Well, I don't think... I'm going to tell the person I'm conversating with, just hold the thought, and I'm going to go see what Radust is
all right.
doing. Kind of see where the conversation is going.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, congratulations. I guess, sister. Now, well, I'm not your sister, but you're mine, or I don't know how it's supposed to go. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. How are you holding up? How was the guard duty?
It is fascinating, honestly, to observe such an event even from up here. I mean, I did not see anything from your initiation, but like the others are talking about it, so...
Oh, well...
was it scary?
Did it hurt? All those lewd thoughts you've been having about me, they all came true.
I have not had any lewd thoughts, I promise.
Come on. You cannot hide it from me.
But I really don't...
Listen, I'm a full-fledged kindred. I can read your mind.
Can you? And roll me a subterfuge plus...
Manipulation.
You should think.
Oh, did you not know? Did you really not know?
I don't know. I did not know that you can do that. I thought that was something Mother Siva specifically did.
No, that's something we all do.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it was not a conscious thought. If any has appeared in my subconscious, I'm very sorry about it.
Radust?
I mean, again, I'm not saying that you're not an attractive woman. I'm sure you are.
Be calm.
Yes.
I see a lot of potential in you. Maybe someday you will join me and you will know what it feels like.
She obviously seems not too sure. about the idea of joining. She obviously tries to cover it immediately. Says, "Of course, that would be a great honor. That would be a great honor. Is what it will be."
I boop her on the nose, leaving, as I say, only time will tell.
Yes.
Now I'm going to try and find Stitch. Because I'm a bit concerned. First of all, can I find her in the house or in the gardens?
Well, you do move around a little bit until she actually just appears in front of you out of thin air. She says, yeah, you're looking for me or what?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, the obfuscation field or whatever this is being turned off for so long, is this not a bit of a security issue?
I definitely do not like it, but the other solution would be to just invite everyone inside of it, which I'm not okay with either.
What do you mean, invite out?
The same way you were invited by drinking my blood.
Oh, yes. I was thinking maybe, couldn't we pull it up? Maybe I could escort the guests back to outside of it, because I don't know, after what happened with Tarnov, I just kind of feel like security is very high on our priority list.
I do agree with you. Might be a good idea. And with that, she does press her palms against each other. And yeah, you almost feel like something in the air changes. You're not sure exactly what. It says, now everyone, since this is already the late part of the party, if any of you wants to leave and doesn't want to get lost in this very difficult neighborhood, I'm sure Radust and young Sister Vladimira here will be more than eager to escort you.
And with that, I herd them all up and lead them to...
Yeah, eventually they all go out. And yeah, do you sense that these people are inspired, these kindred? The talk of this war is spreading amongst them, and the circle does seem united, indeed.
That's great. That's amazing. What I am going to do is go back to the house. Is there any alcohol in the house?
Oh, let's say in your room you find a bottle of vodka in a black what's the word? Apron. Not apron. That's not the word. The things that you put on top of presents.
I mean the tie.
Yes, yeah. A tie. Yeah, a black tie.
A bottle of plum vodka.
Is it plum? Yeah, sure. Do you want it to be plum?
Well, if it's from whom I think
no, it's from Marietta.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fine. No, thank fucking God. Just give me a second.
Yeah, sorry. I'm already tapping into your paranoia with every gesture of goodness.
Excellent. I'm going to use Bush of Life.
Yep.
Pour myself a glass of vodka and sit in the living room.
Yep.
And just kind of sipping it, soaking in the experience. Does anyone join me?
Well, Stitch has returned to her room. Mother Siva also is in her room, and Marietta did retreat to recover. So actually, the night ends with, well, it still has plenty of time during the rest of this night, but the house is empty once again, and Vladimir is drinking alone in the living room.
I'm going to be a bad girl and light a cigarette as well. Just.
If this was a series, here I would put, end credits music as the camera just goes far away from Vladi, who is just chilling in the living room.
Vodka in one hand and a cigarette in the other.
Are you okay with this being the ending scene?
Obviously.
Yeah. From here on, Vladimira, as part of the circle, begins her training in the Bod art of the Kruak by Mother Siva. Her drug entrepreneurship continues to thrive, although facing many challenges. And many questions remain unresolved, which will continue to be expanded upon in future campaigns and series. And yep, I think this is the end of this mini-series. This was our testing season to check our technology, to check our style of playing a one-on-one.
Improv skills
and everything. Thank you to everyone who listened to this.
If anyone
listened to this. If you were here for these entire 8 episodes, I do thank you. This has been an absolute pleasure for us to run, and I hope it was a pleasure for you to listen to.
And also, as a bonus, if anyone listens to this in the coming month, you are entitled to a beer from me.
Hell yeah. So we must now release it within a month.
Yeah, I guess.
No, that's a good motivation. That's a good motivation. Anyways, let's not double too much on the small talk. Again, thank you everyone for joining us, and we shall start preparing a new season of both Vampire and also some Dungeons and Dragons stuff very soon.
Yeah.
Maybe even on camera.
Kick this thing off.
Hell yeah. Goodbye.